How to simplify radicals. So this is a radical, and to solve a radical, you're finding what multiplies by itself to find the answer, or to simplify. So if you don't understand what that means, we have some examples over here. The basic radicals that can be solved. So for example, radical 4, the multiples of that are like 2 and 2. So you can multiply 2 times 2 to get 4. So the answer would be just 2. And then for radical 9, you're trying to find out what multiples equal 9 that multiply by itself. So 9 has multiples of 1, 9, and 3 times 3, and that's 2 of the same kind, so the answer would be 3. But sometimes radicals can't be simplified easily. So, for example, radical 24. There's no 2 multiplies that multiply by itself to get 24. So you would look at the multiples of 24. So 2 and 12. So it would be 2 and 12. And you're just finding the multiples of 12, and that would be 6 times 2. And 3 times 2 equals 6. So you end up having 2 3s, 2 2s, and 1 3. So the radical practically means times it by itself. So you would try to take out 2 of the same kind, but since there's only 2 2s, you take that out and you do 2 and then multiply everything in the inside, so it'd be 2 radical 6. Okay, another example of this is radical 108. Since it's so big and you don't have 2 multiples that can multiply by each other or by itself, you have to find the multiples of 108, and that could be 2, 5, and 5 times 2 equals 10, so that would leave a remainder of 8, which is 4. And then you could multiply by 2 again to get, and then you multiply that by 9 times 3, and you get, you would bring that down, and you would have 3 3s. And since these cannot be factorable, they just leave them there, and 2 2s. And then since this is practically saying double it by itself, you take out 2 of the same kind. So you take out 2 3s and 2 2s, so it'd be 2 times 3 on the outside and 3 on the inside. So it would be 6 radical. Alright, so here are some examples you can try on your own.
Now pause the video.
Okay, so these are the equations solved out. So first you divide it by 2 or whatever, and then 2 can be multiplied by 24 to get 2 and 12, which 12 can be divided by 2 and 6, which multiples of 6 are 2 and 3. And then there are 4 2s, so you can take 2 sets of 2 out, and you multiply them together to get 4. And since you're leaving the 3 on the inside, it's 4 radical 3. Alright, on this problem, it's sort of easy. You divide it by 2 to get 282, and multiples of 282 is 2 and 141. But since 141 can't be divided or simplified anymore, you get 2 radical 141 because there are two 2's.